Now, a few other main stories here this afternoon because a new secure zone is being created in Calais. It'll be a safe area for several hundred lorries because, of course, so many lorries are being targeted by illegal migrants trying to cross the Channel to Britain. The Home Secretary Theresa May told MPs earlier that 8,000 attempts to get into Britain had been intercepted by officials in the last 3 weeks.
I'm sure the whole House will agree that British hauliers work tirelessly to keep our economy moving. Without the hours they spend on the roads importing and exporting goods, it would grind to a halt. It's imperative they are allowed to continue their business unimpeded. So today I can announce the creation of a new secure zone at the port of Calais for UK-bound lorries. This will provide a secure waiting area for 230 vehicles, the equivalent of removing a 2.5-mile queue from the approaching road. This should transform protection for lorries and their drivers, removing them from the open road where they can become targets for migrants attempting to board their vehicles.
So that was the Home Secretary in the Commons earlier. Let's talk to the MEP Steven Woolfe, who is the UKIP spokesperson on issues of migration. He's in our studios in Brussels. Good afternoon to you. Quite a few proposals and promises there outlined by Theresa May. So do you feel confident that she is at least tackling the issue, that the government is aware of the problems and is certainly trying to spend some money on it?
Well, I'm delighted that the government is actually finally recognising the severe problems in Calais. I've been there twice this year, the first MP to go and see the new camp, which had held 4,500 people from Darfur and Sudan, and most of those, as you heard in the report, were trying to get onto the lorries entering into the United Kingdom. I also met with the lorry drivers who had been attacked, or those that had been fined, in one case where the French security services had actually checked his van, and literally a few moments later the British border agency found illegal migrants in there. So this is a really welcome move. But what Theresa May has to do is make sure that the money is there to back this up with more border agency staff. It has to ensure that there's greater technology, and I know they're expensive, but to check the vans don't have people in there so that we have a quick movement of those vans coming in. But finally, an agreement with the French government that any illegal immigrant that is actually found in a van in the United Kingdom should be removed and taken back to France.
I mean, Theresa May was making the point that a lot of this is the need going forward is the fundamental problem is the trafficking gangs. It is people dealing in human trafficking that are at the root of this, and that actually that is the nub of the problem. Do you accept that?
I accept that's one part of the problem. The other part is much more serious. It's geopolitical. It is the fact that you have war and internal strife going on in places like Sudan. It means the problems that we did geopolitically in Libya has opened up an area there where you have ISIS-backed groups being able to profit on this. So this isn't just simply about dealing with the gangs. We obviously have to deal with the international partners of how we challenge ISIS in areas that it matters, how we have to deal with countries that have internal strife to make sure that those people living in their countries have a safe place to live and the ability to trade. And this is where the European Union should play a part, which is actually removing the tariffs it has on many African countries so that they can sell their products to enable those people to be able to work and live.
Steven Woolfe, MEP, thank you very much for now. Thanks for your time there, and we are going